A group of 44 prisoners all died in one night in a prison in Chad because they were all kept in the same cell in 46°C heat. An investigation has concluded.
Here's a summary of the article.
AFP A group of 44 prisoners all died in one night in a prison in Chad because they were all kept in the same cell in 46°C heat. An investigation has concluded. Prosecutors had suggested that the group were suspected Boko Haram militants and had taken poison to kill themselves. Their report described a dangerously overcrowded cell, scorching heat, thirst and hunger. Chad's Justice Minister Jimit Arabi told AFP he had taken note of the Commission's report and that an inquiry had been launched to determine who was responsible for the deaths. Prosecutors said at the time that the men were part of a group of 58 suspects captured during a major army operation against the Islamist militants Boko Haram around Lake Chad. The public prosecutor said 40 of the prisoners were buried and 4 were taken to a pathologist who found traces of poison. The military offensive against Boko Haram militants was launched after 98 Chadian soldiers were killed on 23 March at their base on the banks of Lake Chad. The army said they killed more than 1,000 militants in its 8-day operation to flush out militants from hideouts on the islands in the lake. On Saturday, Chad's President Idris Deby insisted that there are now no Boko Haram fighters left in Chad. But he went on to say that he is expecting a long fight against the jihadists because of anticipated cross-border raids from Nigeria and Niger.
This post received a score of 70,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The temperature does not fully reflect the horror of this death. They were likely packed in with no airflow. It'd be like being inside a plastic garbage bag. All of the other bodies seal in the sweat, so sweating doesn't do its job of cooling you. No evaporation, no cooling, start overheating, sweat more. I imagine you pass out of heat exhaustion and stroke and dehydrate. Not fun.
This is so fucked up. 44 people dying that way in the same cell. How do you even behave? So fucked.
I've read a bunch of accounts of people in Thai jails. Not sure if they've improved over the years, but they sound like literal hell on earth. They do not fuck around with punishing people. One example is it's super common to get diarrhea. So imagine being shackled to the floor side by side and you or several other people start shitting themselves uncontrollably in a hot concrete cell. Yes, you have to sleep covered in other people's shit regularly. Then there's the beatings. Jesus Christ.
And yet there's still crime. It's almost as if punishment doesn't correct people's behavior.
Compared to Norway, where they have apartment-like cells and the staff treat them like the human beings they are. Lowest recidivism rate.
Yep, I watched a doco where a former UK inmate visits the jail. It's like 4 dudes are having a weekend away in a serviced apartment. Xbox, guitars, full kitchen with knives etc. The female guard was sitting on the lounge with the prisoners watching TV. It is truly amazing watching the different methods.
Made me want to go to Norway and commit some crime though. Tbh, they live better than me, no joke.
They'd just deport you.
As someone living where temp during the summer is 46°C, that's literally torture. People should face serious consequences for this. They won't, but they should.
Yeah, unfortunately, they aren't going to face any consequences. This was very, very obviously planned.
46°C is it's so hot I'm in actual pain hot. Being in a car makes me nauseous, can't even imagine being trapped in a room with so many people. I'd kill myself.
You wouldn't need to.
You've yeed your last haw here, buddy.
You best step aside before I do something really nasty.
46°. Was the warden a very hungry cannibal? Sounds more like they were cooked to death.
It is important to note that feels like temperature is probably worst, considering humidity and the general environment that they are packed like sardines.
Yay, the higher the humidity the lower the actual temperature needed to kill a human. Humidity must have been extremely high with 58 people in one room. Edit, corrected 46 to 58 people.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.